Let's go, brother. Let me save you years of trial and error. Most guys treat conversations with women like a job interview where they're desperately trying to sell themselves. They talk fast, crack jokes, drop compliments, show off their car, their gym pics, their travel stories, anything to keep the spotlight on. Look how great I am. And the crazy part, the quieter you become, the louder you actually get inside her head. I'm not here to give you cheesy pickup lines. I'm here to hand you 10 questions, 10 quiet grenades that do something most men never figure out. They make her feel something stronger than attraction. They make her feel curiosity about herself when she's around you. And once a woman starts wondering how you make her feel more alive, more real, more understood than anyone else in her life, you're no longer chasing her. She's replaying you. The trick is simple but brutal. You say very little, you listen like your life depends on it, and you let silence do the heavy lifting. Most men are terrified of silence. They think if they stop talking, she'll lose interest. Truth is, the second you stop performing, she finally starts feeling ready. Here are the 10. What's something you're secretly proud of that nobody ever notices? This one slips under the radar because it's not about her looks, her job, or her social media highlight reel. It's about the quiet victories she keeps to herself. Maybe she taught herself a language at 3 a.m. when everyone else was asleep. Maybe she once helped a stranger in a way nobody ever knew. When she tells you, don't rush to praise her. Just nod once, slow, and say, that's actually rare. Then shut up. She'll spend the next 3 days wondering why that tiny moment of recognition from you felt heavier than 100 compliments she's gotten before. When's the last time life actually surprised you in a good way? Watch her face when you ask this. Most people are so busy complaining or flexing that nobody ever asks them about the last time they felt genuine awe. She might talk about a random trip, a song that came on at the perfect moment, a stranger who smiled at her on a bad day. Whatever it is, you're not just collecting her story, you're giving her permission to feel that spark again. And because you're the one who brought it back, your name gets tied to that feeling. That's how you live rent-free. What's one thing you believed about love 5 years ago that you now think is complete bullshit? This is dangerous and beautiful. You're not asking her what she wants in a guy. You're asking her what she's outgrown. The second she laughs or rolls her eyes and says, I used to think love had to be dramatic all the time. Or I thought if he doesn't text back fast, he's not interested. She's exposing the old version of herself. And in that moment, she subconsciously starts comparing that old version to the calm man sitting in front of her who doesn't play those games. You don't have to say you're different. She feels it. If you could send a message to yourself 10 years ago and she had to believe you, what would you say in one sentence? This one hits different when she's had a drink or two, or when it's late, and the masks are half off. She might say, stop trying to be perfect. Nobody cares as much as you think. Or leave him, you already know. Whatever comes out, it's raw. And here's the move after she answers. Look at her for 3 full seconds without smiling. Then quietly say, I hope the version of you sitting here right now knows she's already enough. Then look away like you didn't just drop a bomb. She won't sleep properly that night. What's the most honest thing someone could say to you right now that would actually make you feel something? This question flips the script. You're basically handing her a blank check to tell you how to reach her. But in a way that feels safe. She might say that they see how tired I am of pretending, or that they're not going anywhere even when I'm difficult. The beauty is you don't have to say it right then. You just remember it. And 3 weeks later, when she's having a rough day, you send one text that proves you were listening. Game over. What part of your life right now feels like it's waiting for permission? Every woman is holding back on something. A dream, a boundary, a truth, a feeling. When you ask this, you become the first person who noticed she's on pause. She might admit she wants to quit her job or tell her friend the truth, or finally let herself want something selfish. Your only job is to say, you don't need anyone's permission but yours. Then sip your drink and let that sit. You just became the man who didn't try to fix her life. You reminded her she's already free. That sticks. People hide happy crying because it feels vulnerable. When she tells you about the time she watched a video of soldiers coming home, or when her favorite song hit different at 2 a.m., she's letting you see the softest version of her. Don't make it a big deal, just say, I like that version of you. Short, quiet, done. She'll chase that feeling for weeks. What's something you feel in your body when you know you're lying to yourself? This one is surgical. You're not accusing her of lying. You're inviting her to notice her own truth. She might say her chest gets tight, or her stomach drops. Whatever it is, you now know her physical tell. Later, when she's saying, I'm fine, but her body is doing that thing, you can look at her and quietly say, your body's telling a different story. Most men never see past words. You just proved you see past everything. If tonight was the last night we ever spoke, what would you want me to remember about you? Heavy? Yes, but only if you deliver it light. Say it with a half. Smile like you're half, joking, but hold eye contact. She'll laugh nervously, then realize you're serious. Then something real will come out. Maybe that I'm kinder than people think, or that I actually cared. Whatever it is, you lock it in, and when you bring it up months later, she'll realize you never forgot. Most people are forgotten the second they walk away. You just became the exception. What's one question you wish someone would finally ask you? This is the master key. You're giving her total control to be seen exactly how she wants to be seen. She might say, ask me what I'm most afraid of becoming, or ask me what keeps me up at night. And then you ask it right there. You become the first person who ever cared enough to let her write the question herself. That's not conversation, that's communion. Here's the secret nobody says out loud. You don't win her by having the best answers. You win her by asking the questions nobody else was brave enough to ask, and then having the balls to sit in the silence afterward. Most guys are performing. You're witnessing. Most guys are trying to be interesting. You're becoming safe. Most guys are talking to be heard. You're listening to understand. And that, my friend, is the difference between being another notification on her phone and being the one thought she can't delete. Use these sparingly. Use them only when the moment feels right. Never as a script. Say them slow. Say them like you already know. The answer doesn't matter as much as the fact that you cared enough to ask, because the truth is, women aren't tired of men. They're tired of noise. Be the quiet she finally hears. Be the pause she keeps replaying. Be the man who didn't need to say much, because what little you did say went straight through the armor and touched something real. Do that, and I promise you this, she won't just think about you. She'll wonder how she ever lived without this feeling before you showed up. Now, go, say less, mean more. And watch how fast the game changes when you finally stop playing it.